And welcome back into the White Sox franchise. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know if any feedback. But we are back in after a little hiatus, but we're taking a day and going into the minor leagues to player lock a few different players today. We're going to start here with Evan Carter, the number 9 prospect in baseball now. We got him, and he was a top 5, and he has dropped since, but he has had a good season so far in AAA, and he will most likely start in AAA next season. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got here against lefty Jake Eder.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together
against
consistently good performances in
Roby.
order to bring that
But
ERA down.
I like
Now,
this
he's got
stance
good
here
stuff.
by
He's just
Carter, a
gonna be able
little
to have
high up.
confidence, trust
And
him,
our
and
first
really
swing
go
with
after
him
hitters, not
is a
nibble.
hard grounder
Trust
to
his stuff.
second.
He can have late life
But
and miss barrels
we
like
are
that.
getting right into this, and it's going to be a lot of minor league player lock. We're going to be using Evan Carter, Jacob Gonzalez, Colson Montgomery, potentially Ricky Tiedemann in his start. So, there's a lot of things to like about our young core and the direction we have going forward, as that is nuked to left center field, and it's a no-doubter for Evan Carter in his second at-bat with us. A little stutter step at second base, but we love that, and that's a great start to the afternoon. As Evan Carter gets a perfect 105-mile-an-hour off the bat, hanging curveball right in the middle of the plate. That's exactly what you would want out of the top prospect in our organization. 421, and now play in the field, as this guy is 0 for 17 in the series so far, so not doing too right. But he's gonna lift one to center field. Thought it was in a little bit, but we'll take it away, and he's 0 for 18. What a series for him. Evan Carter, we brought him over in the Dylan Cease trade, and I'm really looking forward to having an outfield centerpiece that can, he'll probably end up in one of the corner outfield spots, especially with that 66 speed. So he's not the fastest, as that one is up there for a long time, as he sets it and puts it away. But in a center fielder, I would prefer an 80+ speed, somebody who can really get to those balls in the gap. But he's not necessarily that, so we might look to move him to left or right, depending on who else we'll end up getting, as that one is sent right back to Evan Carter in center, and that'll end the top of the 5th. But there's a lot of things to look forward to, especially in this episode, as we see more in-depth looks at our prospects, as Evan Carter steps in for the 3rd time today, and he is watching that one low and outside. Coming over from Texas, having a good minor league season already. I'm looking forward to seeing him keep that going, as get jammed a little bit, hit that right to third base, and now Mason Wynn bats here. And Alex Colome pitching for us, former Tampa Bay Rays All-Star, as Wynn puts it a little bit shallow, but Carter runs it down. But you will notice as well with some of our top prospects, I added to their accessories. I made them look a little bit more like ball players. Added an arm sleeve, did some stirrups. I don't know if I touched the cleats, but as that one is hit well to center field, Evan Carter right there, and that'll do for the top of the 7th, and we're down 3-1 here.
Now it's the right fielder, Alec Burleson.
Now into the 8th, as we get another fielding opportunity. I would like a ball in the gap, make us run, see his arm a little bit.
out there to
That's gonna
center.
be a fly ball right
Carter
back.
under it.
Right up.
Squeezes
And
it.
that'll be two-way.
Now batting.
We'll probably do a couple games with
Now it's gonna
a
be
bunch of the
Carter.
hitters.
He's already
Curtis
homered
Mead is
here in
probably
this
going to be
one.
the next player we'll do, as he's in the same level.
And the
And
first
then
pitch
we will
misses
get
for ball
through the
one.
trade deadline as well. I might just sim through it, because I'm not really looking to extend people right now. Nobody
Swing and a ball lifted in the
Nobody
air,
has shown they're
shallow
worth
left field.
extending.
Palacios
That's going to hit
makes the
free
play,
agency soon.
And that'll do it.
As Carter pops
Here's
out.
the catcher, Tres
And that'll
Ferreira.
probably do for his hitting tonight. But get another fielding
The
opportunity.
2-1. Here's a high fly ball
To
out
the
to
left.
center.
And we'll
Carter
put that
makes the
throw
play,
into second.
And there's one down.
And a hose piece.
Now batting.
Evan
Here's the
Carter
center
1 for
fielder,
4 on the
Mike
day. Had a no doubt home run, so that kind of makes up for the 3 no hit
The 1-2.
at-bats. But as that's a ball up the middle, and we'll get to see his arm potentially. Oh, he did not play that well.
Score, and
Throws
they're
it short,
5-2.
and that'll actually advance the runner, as he took that a little bit on a short hop. Wasn't able to field it well. The runner scores easily. Oh, and now it's a 7-5 game, so we might get another at-bat here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Because they put up some runs, both teams.
The pitch.
As the 0-2 is hit up the middle, another opportunity. Let's see it. 82 speed, and he will be safe by a lot. 8-5 game, as we probably should have just thrown it to the cutoff man.
So the batting order turns over.
But now Evan Carter bats.
He's already homered in this game.
8-5 game here. Opportunity to make it a 1-run game in the bottom 10th.
And first offering is fouled
As
off.
we are late on a ball we should have crushed. And he's hitting .305 with runners in scoring position this season, so that's it. Exactly what we want to see out of somebody who's
And that'll do
going to
it.
be coming up. And that's going to end the ball game as a hard line drive is caught by the first baseman.
So hard to pull those out, but I think this
And there's his solo shot.
the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of
But
the opposing
that'll
team
do
down a bit.
for game
and you can
1
pull it
here.
away,
1 for 5, an RBI. As we give up 14 hits, 8 runs. And we jump right into the next game. And we do not need to sign any draft picks because we already did that. And now Curtis Mead will be who we are using. Hitting .263 on the season. He's very, very good against lefties. I'm just hoping his righty contact develops a little bit better. It's around a 63 or so it's definitely not bad. But we would like it to be a little bit higher so he's not just a lefty hitting platoon guy.
It's the Memphis Redbirds taking on the Charlotte Knights.
But now into the last game of this 6-game series here at the AAA level. And Nate Fisher takes the mound for us. Alec Burleson will be the first batter that we see. And we got 2 outs and a man on first. Oh my goodness, what the hell was that? I thought I had to jump and then it made me dive. That's embarrassing. As we'll just move on as it doesn't affect anything. Cooper Hershey, as a draft pick from last season, I believe. As Curtis Mead, 81 contact versus lefties, 52 power. Mead definitely hits them well. As he fouls that one off to even the count at 1-1. I'm looking for him to challenge and be one of our everyday third baseman, everyday infielders overall. Puts it in as he puts it into the gap. Gets run down. And now He's up again, 2 for 15 in the series with a double and 2 RBIs. Looking for him to drive that average a little bit up. 262 is okay, but it's not exactly what we want out of our top 5 organizational prospect. So we'll watch that one inside. I think we traded Eloy Jimenez and got Curtis Mead back. Here is the 1-0 is swung through after PCI is just a little bit off. The 1-1 now. And that's hit very well into the gap. Driven, and that is a 400-foot out. Wow, that is just unfortunate. You can't hit that ball any better. Just hate to see that. But 4-0 game for us as we come to bat here in the 4th. And swing late on that one, sadly. But here we are in our second minor league game. Watching that one. We're gonna go through definitely a few more. I think Jacob Gonzalez and Colson Montgomery are the next 2. They'll be at the AA level instead of AAA. But we might sim through the trade deadline for that as we pop that to right. Coming in, makes the play. And we'll get another at bat here in the bottom of the 7th, as it's now a 1-run game. As that is lobbed, and that will fall in for a base hit. As we finally get one with Curtis Mead. And it's a 1-1 count now to Evan Carter. We'll see what Carter can do. Will be taken off as he hits that well right to the shortstop, and that'll be a double play. And that will do as we go 1 for 4. Evan Carter, another home run. So that's 2 consecutive games for him. He has 2 RBIs, 2 runs. And we go 1 for 4 with Curtis Mead with a lazy single and a 405-foot out. It is what it is, sadly. But look to get through the major league level. Don't need to sign any of our draft picks as they are all. And now, wait a second.
Well, this is it.
And now it just looks like Colson Montgomery that just got hurt. And he fractured his wrist. So that is very disappointing. We know what our prospects are rated. We saw that in the last episode. I guess it just didn't save some other stuff from last episode. Let me take a look. Let's see, we played Minnesota, but alright, but we were gonna play Dylan Cease, like Clevenger, I believe, but that's very weird. But we will go down to the AA level, and let's check out who we got down here. We do have Ricky Tiedemann. We might get a start in with him. Colson Montgomery just went on the injured list with this 249 average, but very good on base, so that's good to see. Might check my training on him, see if we can just improve that contact more. And Jacob Gonzalez is back up to almost 300, and that's exactly what we want to see, as he's playing every day third base. 9 home runs, 51 RBIs. As we're seeing everything really progress from him. And Edgar Guerrero is also back, so we'll jump into a game with a few people here. So let's get right into it. Noah Schultz on the mound for us now. Jacob Gonzalez will be our first one. As we jump right in. As I'm not sure what really happened. It doesn't look like our save file kind of saved from last time, even though we only played the Twins, I remember. But it is what it is. I think our record is exactly the same as what it was. And I don't think we made any other moves.
Minor league baseball from the AA level coming up. It's the
As we jump into the Birmingham Barons, second half of their season, 17-11 so far. As we see Rocket City talking a little bit on the side before they go into the game. And Noah Schultz here. Oh no, we have Ricky Tiedemann making the start. So we'll be watching him from afar here, playing with Jacob Gonzalez. And Alex Ramirez here will start it off with a bunt, a very good one, and there does not really seem to be anything we can do with that. What a bunt! Especially with a lefty on the mound, there's not really much that he can do. That is a great look there, as we would not have probably been able to throw him out. And they don't end up capitalizing as we step in. Jacob Gonzalez, 826 OPS, 9 home runs, 51 RBIs. So he's starting to develop a little bit more pop as well. As he laces that one back up the middle, a little bit too hard, right to the center fielder. And that'll be 2 away here in the bottom of the first. And now Alexander Ramirez steps up for his second plate appearance. We will play a little bit more in after that first inning bunt from him. As Jacob Gonzalez picks up the hard liner, throws it to first, and that will do for the third inning. And now Jacob Gonzalez steps in again, looking to drive in this run. Lefty on lefty. As Kybush throws 94 middle of the plate, and we are very late. But just trying to drive in a run here, make it a 2-run game.
Come on, big guy, see it, drive it right here.
As Gonzalez trying to creep towards that 300 average more and more. Was there earlier in the season batting like a 330 clip for a good 30 games, so that was quite impressive. So we just hope he can get back to the 300, stay there, maybe add a little bit more pop to his bat. But we'll just hope to drive in a run here, as we have got nothing but sliders besides the first pitch. We're just looking for one middle of the plate, something to drive, and we go inside out there with the slider, bring in the run, and it's a 2-run ball game now. Great job by Jacob Gonzalez. Inside out, just putting it the other way. And his bat is just continuously impressing me, and he's somebody that I think could, even with a low overall, play in the majors well. As we are going to try to take a bag. Oh, he is just so slow. And we are hosed. I also need to get some more speed in my organization, I think. As Kybush pumps that one in for a strike. He leads our team in RBIs, as he's consistently been in that 3 spot. As we foul that one off very late, 0-2 count very quickly. And that is just one we could sit on, but just got on top of it. And that's a nice play by second base. As now we're just trying to keep the shutout going. We might throw it home if it's hard hit to us. Oh, they're gonna safety squeeze. That's a good bunt. Jacob Gonzalez is not able to get there. Wow. What is with this small ball?
Small ball is
Uh,
exactly what the
he squared
doctor
up so
ordered.
early too, and I just didn't expect it.
To hit, Jacob
As
Gonzalez.
Tiedemann unfortunately surrenders a run, shutout no longer, but that's another good start for him. As now we have an opportunity to break this game open a little bit. As we foul that one off, don't make the play on that. Oh my goodness. But Gonzalez has a 391 average with runners in scoring position, so that is how he drives in so many runs. But that is not gonna do it, as we get on top of a circle change. It gets grounded to second base. And now it's a 4-4 ball game, and Tiedemann no longer gets the win. Let me see if he went back out there for the 8th inning. He did not. He did not finish the 7th. So that's disappointing by the relievers, as we cannot make the jumping play on that. It'll be first and second, 2 outs here in the 9th. After a nice side out, opposite field line drive. Alright, Jacob Gonzalez, an opportunity to walk things off. As we are in the bottom of the 10th, a 4-4 game with nobody out. And that's hit hard, a diving play by the shortstop. And that is gonna set down Jacob Gonzalez as his hunt for 300 average. It's a little harder as it goes down to 295. And the Trash Pandas end up winning. Nolan Schul had a 2 for 4 and an RBI. Werner Blakely 4 for 6. 17 hits for Rocket City, as our minor league pitching is just not showing up out of the bullpen. Let's see, what shall we do? But as we look over our draft picks a little bit, we see Ramon Ornelas, right fielder, hits righties well, has good vision, has decent clutch, get on the discipline with good vision. High fielding, low arm strength, decent speed, but definitely not somebody I would want in center field. So we have him and Evan Carter as our left and right fielder, potentially for years to come. When we see Vizcaino, his bat is exactly what we want. A lefty. Not necessarily somebody who will develop into a star, but his bat can help him hit for average. We'll work with his fielding and try to improve that. Ochoa, gonna come in and be a very high rated prospect. Not necessarily potential wise, but he'll come in and be one of the better guys in the minor league level. Rios, Kondo, and Guerrero all need more time. Rios will get AA pitching next year, so we'll try to get that Ks per 9 up and everything else, and eventually maybe have him as our frontline starter when he's 23, maybe. So we will see with that, but I like his pitch repertoire: fastball, curveball, changeup, decent durability, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about his injuries. And now back in we go. We see the September call-ups are in 29 days, so we'll see in our minor league level who really deserves to be there. As I am gonna switch the lineup up a little bit, put DePaula in center field. You see Edgar Cuero up. You see Brian Ramos, 59 overall, doesn't necessarily deserve a lot of at-bats, so we're just trying to progress him little by little. Cuero will use after DePaula. And let's go in here against Luis Lado. And DePaula will be in center field and be our player lock user, as he's batting .254 on the year. He was picked up from the Dodgers. He's a young center fielder, 18 years old, so there's a lot to like out of him.
Some Double-A baseball coming at you. It's the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Birmingham.
We're gonna go in with another game against the Trash Pandas, and we are 17-12 here in the second half. And Schultz on the mound. He's had a good year so far. 106 innings, 97 hits. Fortunately, 56 walks. So we're hoping he can bring those walks down a little bit. Let me see. He's got a 44 walks per 9, so that is one of his lower categories, but there's a lot to like out of him. Everything's kind of balanced, although progressed together. But Nolan Schunul here, the first round pick by the Angels. He's playing up in the MLB in real life, just a few months after being drafted. So good for him. He started his career with a 7-game hit streak as well. So maybe we'll see a more common theme of that going forward, but was the Angels, so you just never know. But Schultz is just trying to battle out of trouble here. First and second, and he's gonna get out of it with a pop-up toss in center field, and Paula makes the play. And now he will lead off here against Luis Aledo. 21 starts, 7-2, 3.1 innings,
Yeah, got the W last time out. 6 innings, a quality start.
He can strike people out a little bit higher than others. 25 RBIs so far, 254 average, but that one home run.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Let's try to develop a little bit more pop out of his bat as we go. And the first pitch taken at 97. So that is nice. He has a 54 contact, but a 53 power. So, you know, I don't really understand how he doesn't necessarily have home runs. Is it his swing? Is it like the swing plane isn't that high? I guess we'll see as we use him more.
Swing and a miss.
That's a nasty splitter that just dove down. You'd expect for him to have like 20 power if he's at one home run. As we strike out on it. A disgusting splitter that just dropped out of the zone. And now Errol Vera. It's now patrolling center field. And he lifts that one. We range to our left. Easily make the play. That's one out in the second. I just want to make contact. I swung at 2 balls I definitely shouldn't have in that. As we are up for the second time. That's a little bit low, as DePaula was a 2nd round pick. That does not make sense. He was an international signing. As we're just late on that fastball. But just trying to see what we have here in our minor leagues. As DePaula hits one well back up the middle. And we get a nice hit with him. Just want to see who we like, because not necessarily everybody with decent potential pans out. It's called potential for a reason. They aren't guaranteed to get that high, and that's the nice thing. You actually need to perform to grow in ratings, which is good. I wish there was, you know, settings to how quickly and everything, but it is what it is. As we get a perfect jump. And that is an easy stolen base for DePaula for his 7th of the year. That was as perfect of a jump as we could really get. And we put ourselves in scoring position to tie ourselves this game. That's going to be outside. The splitter, 3-2, and Jacob Gonzalez is on deck. Looking for his first hit. Afternoon. That's going to be hit to first. They will be made. And that will end the 3rd inning. It's a 2-run ball game now in the bottom of the 5th. And on first for DePaula.
And he swings and misses.
And
it's gonna be a walk.
swings over the splitter.
A nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Hey, get a good one here right now.
But DePaula has a nice swing. A little lower on the swing plane, I feel like.
Fires to
As we
first,
ground that.
as the pitcher brings it in for the out, and the
Toss to
runner
first.
advances to second.
Just got right over that one.
Errol Vera will
But
hit
Peyton Pallett coming out of the pen
and
now.
a righty deal.
He
Runner on the go. He
He's a
swings and
lower
it's a fly ball
overall,
center
higher
field.
potential guy in
Puts the squeeze on that
the
one,
White
and
Sox
now
organization.
looking
I think
at
he was a
the runs, one hit,
2021
no
draft
errors,
pick.
and a man left. To the bottom of the
So they're looking for him to
So one out,
progress
nobody
a
on.
little bit.
Werner Blakely.
As Werner
Down the
Bailey,
plate.
Blakely
It's interesting he plays
comes
kind of
up
a
here.
power spot
2-1 game now in the
defensively,
7th
but
inning.
runs pretty well. So
As we're
when you're
just
looking
trying
at
to
that
keep
position,
it
you're not
close,
expecting
give
someone
ourselves
that
an
has
opportunity
maybe above
to
average
tie
speed,
this.
but he does. He's got it, and there's two
That's a
down.
nice play there, but DePaula ranging back.
Now batting. Second baseman.
So the batting order
All right, come
turns
on now,
over.
one time, let it
And
fly.
now the center fielder, number 81.
As we'll
1
bat
for
here.
3.
One out in the 7th.
Hey, get a good one up there, huh?
We'll take the first pitch from the
First pitch
lefty
doesn't find the zone.
inside.
Hey, like you
So
can up there, huh?
1-0 here. Bottom of the 7th.
And
And
another
then
ball.
we'll take that 92 outside. As DePaula's just trying to get on base and get something started.
Next pitch downstairs.
We'll take that.
And that's
3
ball
straight
3.
fastballs, all different
Waiting
locations
for
for
a
a
turn at
ball.
the plate.
Come on, baby. Get your pitch up. Stay through. Let's go.
One down, base is empty.
The
And
3-0,
walked him.
we will take that.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even
Second
close.
baseman.
One down.
And that
Now here
will be an
is
easy
Gilbert
walk, and we'll see if we can potentially try to steal a
Base
base
runner, you
here.
gotta stay dialed in here.
Right
Look
here.
for
But
anything
with
in
it
the
being
dirt.
lefty, it
Try your
makes it a
best to
lot
get in the scoring
harder.
position.
Ingram checks over to first, and he's back.
DePaula being
One-run
6'4"
game.
as well
One out,
definitely
one out.
helps. 1-1, Gilbert Sanchez
Swings and misses.
swings through
Now
that.
1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base. Try to stay
Runner.
out.
The kick is
As
good.
we are
Runner
gonna
goes.
go, he's gonna
Swing
swing
and a
through
miss.
it,
Throw, safe.
and we will take the base. As we avoid the strike him out, throw him out luckily, and now Jacob Gonzalez, 1 for 10 on the series. He's got 2 walks, and he's looking to keep that high runners in scoring position average.
Just off the
And he
inside
takes
edge.
that inside, as it's down to 378. It was a 391, but that is very respectable regardless.
Ground ball
As
right
he hits
side
that
for
slowly
Garcia.
back up the middle.
Plenty of time for
Second
first,
baseman makes
and
the
that
play,
will end the inning. So it's no
and the
runs,
pitcher is
no
hyped
hits.
to get out of that inning.
So
I can
runner at
understand
second.
why.
Here's the third baseman. Werner
As
Blakely.
Pallett has thrown some good innings out of
Here's
relief
a 2-1.
so far. 38th pitch on the way.
Number 81,
Pop up to us in center field. Paula comes in, makes the play. And that will do, as we get one more opportunity. Oh, and we get a big opportunity here. With 1 out, 2 runners on, and a chance to tie this game.
First offering misses badly.
As we'll take that one low on the sinker.
Look out, babe. Need you right now.
Change up, four seam, sinker, curveball. A good array of pitches. As we will be late on that sinker.
Come on, big
Big
guy. We
spot.
need you right here.
Tying
Just
and
looking to
winning runs
drive
aboard
something.
with
Put
one
it
down.
in play,
Here we
maybe
go. Come on.
maybe a gap.
Ground ball could
As
be
that is going to be the complete fucking opposite. As we almost roll into the double play. Oh my goodness. 2 outs, 2 on. Yolbert Sanchez here with a chance to tie the ball game with a hit. 1-1 count, and he will swing through the change. 1 for 4 on the day. Chance to get a second hit. Chance to tie this ball game. And that's gonna be a foul ball into their dugout. I think. Is that ours or theirs? I think that's ours.
Is just 1 strike away.
And Sanchez looks at a changeup low. We have a very close game. A lot going on right now. And Sanchez swings early as shit on the changeup. And that's gonna do it. As we go 1 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout with DePaula. And now, one more game here at the AA level. And that is gonna be with Jacob. Actually, do we want to check out Edgar Cuero against the lefty? So we're gonna go with Jacob Gonzalez here once more. 293 average. And I think after this we might get a little start in with Ricky Tiedemann. Now we jump right back into this AA competition, as we'll face the Rocket City Trash Pandas once again here, now with Sean Burke on the mound for us. And Jonathan Diaz on the mound for the Trash Pandas, as there's 1 out, runner on first for Jacob Gonzalez.
There's more pressure. He's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners.
As he hits that one hard, misplayed by third base, and he's going to make it to first on the error. As Blakely was not able to make that play off the hard liner, hits the palm of his glove, bounces right out. Now we got a 1-1 count here, Brad Woodson. As he fouls that one off, it'll be a 1-2 count. We'll just try not to ground into a double play. And he gets plunked. And now we have bases loaded. So there's potential to take the lead, tie the game. And we are going to do just that off of a hard liner up the middle. 109 off the bat. And we are going to score from second base to take the lead. As Wilfred Veras gives us an early first inning lead. And we capitalized more, as it is a 5-1 game here in the second inning. And Jonathan Diaz is still on the mound. Oh, as we swing through that, I did not get my PCI in the correct spot there. And we'll watch that slider go outside of the zone. But Jacob Gonzalez, 67 overall. He'll need to progress his fielding, definitely, but fielding is something that goes as you age, kinda. You'll just keep growing and everything, so a lot of the bat skills I like out of him. Gets on base well. I wish Colson Montgomery was just having a better season offensively. As we watch that one on the black. Because Colson Montgomery, our shortstop, really gets on base at a high level, but he just doesn't hit at a high level. But Jacob Gonzalez does, as he puts that into left field for his first hit of the day. And now we don't really have the opportunity to take off because he is slow as hell. But that will be a double play. End of the second inning. 5-1. And we got our first opportunity in the field now. 5-2 game. Gonna take a step up because you never know if they're gonna bunt. Oh, look at that timing. As doesn't matter if I say it, they're still able to do it at such a high level so well. But Gonzalez here for his third at bat, already in the bottom of the fourth. As I just pull my PCI down instead of just tap it down. But 1-0-1 count here. As Bush or Kai. Oh, that is drilled, and that is off of the wall, and we are going to coast into second with an RBI double. I thought we were just going to pop that up, and then it just kept on going. But we'll take that RBI double off of the wall as Jonathan Diaz is going to get taken out. After 3+ innings of work, 7 runs, and now Carson Fulmer coming out of that pen. 1.01 ERA, holy smokes. He is having a hell of a year in 44 games and 60 innings, a 1 ERA. So, no matter how you look at that, he has had a great year. And he smokes Brad Woodson away. And now we are in the top of the 5th, 7-3 game. Chris OK. What a name. As he pops that up. Rodriguez makes the play. And now there are 2 outs. I should have went and taken that just because. And now Kyron Paris looks to make it a 1-run game here with a base hit potentially. But he will not, as he grounds it to Gonzalez, throws it on over to first, and it will stay a 7-4 game. As that could have been huge. And now Austin Warren comes out of the pen, another guy having a pretty good year, 2.22. And we step in, trying to keep the hot game going, 2 for 3 already. And he hits that well, and that is gonna get by the diving attempt by the left fielder. And we might push it. Oh, why did we push it? He would have been just chilling at second base. As he'll get his 3rd hit of the day, 2nd extra base hit. But we get hosed at second base, as that will do for another player lock game. 2 doubles on the day, and RBI 3 for 4 out of Jacob Gonzalez. As that was some of the worst base running I think I could have ever done. With 45 speed, he is not really doing that. Ever, I'll say. But here we go into AAA. As Evan Carter will get the start here against a lefty. As we go against Jackson Holliday, the #1 prospect in baseball in real life. Just got promoted to AAA. He is going to be something special next year for the Orioles in real life. And really looking forward to what the Orioles got cooking. Maybe they can become the dominant player in that powerhouse division. That would be, you know, if the Yankees fans had to bow down to the Orioles, I'd laugh. But as a Mets fan, I gotta bow down to the Braves, and it sucks. But it is what it is. As we'll get into this game against DL Hall. He's had a good year so far. How do you have a 3-9 record with a 3.5 ERA? How does that work? He's getting the DeGrom treatment. His team is just not giving him runs. But the Orioles farm system is something I just admire. They just draft guys well, they develop them well, and then they just become top 50 prospects like that. But Ronnie Mauricio just came up for the Mets. It was great to see 117 Yeah, chat saying that those stats by DL Hall is kind of worse than DeGrom. 3-9 with a 3.5. But the Orioles were bad for a while. How many top 5 picks? They got Adley in 2019 or so. As Evan Carter rips that to short. Holiday makes the play, tosses it, and we are out. They had a lot of hardship, so it's all worthwhile. I don't really want to, as a fan of a team, I don't want to see the failure getting #1 picks and what that brings and all the and everything else. But oh my goodness, that is 2 balls to the shortstop. And now we are going into the 3rd inning. Kyle Stowers with the at-bat. Wish I could get a little bit more zoomed in on the fielding opportunities. As Carter will range over, make the play, and that'll be 1 out here. And here we go with our 3rd at-bat. Just trying to get a hit. 2 ground outs to the shortstop so far. And that's going to be a pop-up to left field, potentially. Oh, that went off the wall. What do you mean? What do you mean he caught that? That went off the wall. That was an awful swing. I deserve to be out. But, like, that's not a catch, right? Not a catch, right? Well, shit. Never mind. I'm just going to close that. What? Another fielding opportunity. I wish they'd put balls into the gap more. I want opportunities to run and throw it to the cutoff man and see what I really got when it comes to ranging for these outfielders. But Lewin Diaz will hit now. And Fisher's still on the mound for us. Has had a good game. As we make the play on that easily. I might add some eye black or something to Evan Carter once he gets to the big leagues. But I also feel like that's kind of reserved for faster players. And that is just a meatball, crushed deep and off of the wall. And we will stroll on in, and we'll see the play at the plate, and we will drive in 2. With that double off of the wall, that is a meatball that got all of the treatment it deserved. Right off of the wall in that right center gap. That'll knock him out of the game, and Keegan Aiken will come out of the bullpen. 2.5 ERA in 64 innings. That's a pretty good year. As Eric Gonzalez tries to keep the streak going. 2 for 3 for him on the day already. And he fouls it off. 1-2. Taking a lead, looking around. We are not going to be going anywhere. And that's going to be fouled back. It'll stay a 1-2. Come on, let us get running. Hit it hard. I want to get a close play at the plate.
1-2 now. The punch out there.
And he is going to half swing, and that'll be an out. Now Oscar Colas. 250, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs. He's been going up and down all year, so I can't blame him for not being too consistent. That's going to be a pop-up. I don't think we'd beat him in a foot race. Just like that, there's 2 outs in the 7th. And Addison Barger, we brought over earlier in the season as B potential. Kind of I expect him to be a utility, a platoon guy, can play our corner outfield spot, has a good arm. I don't really expect much out of him, but his ability to play a lot of positions is kind of why I brought him in. As he watches that for a 1-2. But I know that these not all B prospects pan out or even get to a decent overall. So I'll take a chance on them, send them for send minor leaguers and give them opportunities. Especially older. Like, he's 23 years old and 69, so there's not a lot of room for significant growth. As that's gonna be an out. And we'll go to the top of the 9th inning as Carter looks to get that average up to 300. It's going to be the story between him and Jacob Gonzalez who's going to finish with the higher average. Even though there's a discrepancy at what level they are. Oh my goodness, what was that? Ugh, just get on top of that one. Ground into the fielder's choice. Nice little play by the pitcher, though.
Carter stands at first with
But I try to get some movement here. Oh yeah, he's got that big arm. Oh, he's got that big leg kick. That was an easy bag, and that's his 16th of the year. Very good. Even with 66 speed, he does patrol the bases well. As we get an awful jump on that. Oh, we got an awful jump. It didn't let me go back, and I just got caught out to dry. Some would say I'm putting on a base running clinic, a special needs clinic. But on to the next game, as we'll look to make a start here with Ricky Tiedemann. And see what we have. Let's see, he's at the AA level. He will be this first game against the Montgomery Biscuits. As Birmingham versus Montgomery, the Battle of Alabama. As it will be, let's see, what are the pitching matchups? It will be John Doxakis versus Ricky Tiedemann. John's having a good year, 117 innings, 2.6 ERA, 94 Ks. Tiedemann higher strikeouts, so we'll look to see what we got here in his first start of the franchise, as he is going to be somebody that we look to be our ace in a few years. I want to see if he can really develop into that guy. He's got that A potential. We brought him in one of our trades earlier in the season. And especially being a lefty, lefties are prone to getting hit a little bit harder. So we will step in, 1-0 lead for us. And first pitch is inside for a ball. He's got a good pitch mix. Got a harder fastball at 94, 95. As he starts out the day 0-2. Or 2-0, sorry. And that will be a strike, a little bit lower. Also with the 2-seam out of him, lets it play a little bit more. Brings it back into the zone versus lefties. 2-2 here to Chandler Simpson as he watches that changeup. As that's our first strikeout on the day for Tiedemann. And we'll see if that can continue against a Montgomery Biscuits offense that we do not really know much about with this first game of the series. Tanner Murray, 252 on the season. 5 runs in his last 10 games. So he's had a good run getting around the bases. And that is nuked and gone as we hang a changeup. And just like that, it is a tie game as Murray hits his 5th of the season, 384 feet. And right off the bat, you could kind of tell as he just leaves a middle changeup. And now Trey Morgan, the former LSU first baseman, pops up to left field, 97, so more of a liner. Now Colton Ledbetter, 4 home runs for him, 24 RBIs. As that one is in for a strikeout, nice. strike. Nice two-seam out of him. I like playing with the two-seam outside versus lefty batters with the lefty pitcher.
Give him your best pitch right here. Here we go now.
As we get a quick 0-2 count on Colton. And that is way too outside with the slider. And we'll see if we can come in here, as we have not gotten to use Tiedemann so far during this season. We haven't jumped in. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we got. He'll get a spring training invite, definitely. So I'll look to see what he can do against Major League competition. As he hangs the changeup for his one hit. And it's a 1-1 game here as Carson Williams, top 50 prospect, steps up. Adding 302 on the year. 4 for 11 is in his last few games. As that is a very nice slider, moving left to right. And Carson hitting 302 on the season as he puts that one in the air, down the line, and that'll drop in for a single. As he was able to just yank that, get it in fair territory. And Willie Vasquez, 1-0 after missing with the two-seam. Got some speed on base. Not going anywhere. That should be a strike anyway. Ugh. 2-0. As Tiedemann just tries to get back. And he does with the middle fastball. And the side step causes a ball. 3-1. And that's popped. Center field coming in. Making the play. And we have one out here in the second inning. Dominic Miroglio. Cool little last name. Takes it outside for a ball. And Williams takes a step, does not go. As Tiedemann is not really finding his command so far. That was a nice backdoor slider there, gets a swing and miss. Very iffy so far. As he makes that play on the comebacker, throws it to second, he relays it to first. And just like that, we are out of the inning off of a nice defensive play by Ricky Tiedemann. 1 run, 2 hits, both sides, and now we have a 2-1 ball game. As Braylor Guerrero steps up, having a good year so far too.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a
3 for 4 last game, all singles.
He's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
That's gonna be a little bit low, but so far this episode, we've seen a lot of good things. We've seen a couple home runs, a couple perfects by different players. So, we'll be doing this a lot more as we go through the next couple years as well to see what we have at the minor league level. And who might deserve call-ups, send-downs, etc. Especially with a major league roster as depleted as we have. Besides a few players, there's a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces, potentially. As Tiedemann has shown much better command so far this inning. 0-2 count. Trying to get his first K of the day. And that is blasted. And it is a tie ball game as Orvelis Basabe ties the ball game after he yanks a two-seam outside for a pull home run. Not really something I expected, but it did not get inside or out enough. As Tiedemann comes back, throws a nice four-seam high and in for a strike. As Tiedemann is just wants to give up a home run here and there, it seems.
One down, base is empty.
But he's not really locating where I want him a lot of these pitches. But that'll happen being a 72 overall. But Chandler Simpson, 1-2, and he rips it into right field after Tiedemann leaks his fucking fastball in the middle. Just doesn't want to locate.
Those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle.
1-0. Tanner Murray, home run last time.
Let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the base.
As that's a better four seam out of him. But like, I don't feel like I can throw his slider. It's not going where it should. It's not really a strike. Oh my goodness. As that's gonna be another run. Especially with, oh, what a relay. Oh wow, what a relay out there in left field. As he is able to cut down that run after I thought that was a guaranteed run. Wow. Great throw in, great transfer, and Quero makes the tag. 2 outs now. Trey Morgan steps up. Former LSU first baseman, 261 average, 700 OPS. So still trying to find it. Takes that four seam out. We'll come back with the two seam, and he'll foul that one off, and we have a 1-2 count here. Maybe a first strikeout. Nope, but he will make the play out there at third. As it was a 2-2 game before, and Tiedemann now has a 3-run lead. Wow. How things can change. We put up a 3 spot in the top of the 4th, as we consistently have been putting up runs, and they've consistently also been getting hits to respond. As that is the 6th hit giving up by Tiedemann in just about 4 innings. Williams steps in already with a hit as well. Watches that 4 seam right through the zone. 315 average as well for him. And he's in front of the 2 seam. And we're going to come back with a change up, hopefully hit a spot. And of course, why would we? Control is definitely an issue. And he gets Carson to swing over that for his first strike. As he finally gets his first K of the ball game on a changeup in the dirt. As Willie Vasquez now bats here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Swinging through that. But we've seen kind of all over the place from Tiedemann so far. Changeup that doesn't really dip besides there. Fastball that doesn't really like to hug the zone. As it tends to leak back middle. As that's a better back-to-back pitch repertoire out of him. Back-to-back Ks, first 2 of the afternoon. There's 2 outs now in the bottom of the 4th. And he's just missing right now, it seems. We'll just try to get it over. 2-1, indeed. We'll try to improve his velocity as well, as we would want him to kind of be hovering more around like 93 than 91. But he walks that guy. Gets the swing and miss though to battle back here. 0-1. Pop up, left field, going over, makes the play. And it stays a 5-2 ball game. Tiedemann 66 pitches coming out for the 5th inning, so potentially last inning. As that is a nice bunt, but unfortunately foul for him. as he had a home run last at bat, and then he comes back and bunts.
And that is cut on and missed.
As he swings through that two-seam. 0-2 count now as he'll try to strike out Gonzalez of Bassa Bay after hitting a home run in his last debut.
The 1-2.
And the 1-2 change up gets the call. That's my boy, Blue. A great pitch on the black gets the call, and we have one out here in the... Ooh, I guess I said too early. We'll see if we can locate here with a slider, as the ump switches up his mind. But that'll be fouled off a little bit low, as he just is... Oh my, what is this ump doing? Was that a makeup call? We'll take it. 1-2, trying to get another K. Just a little bit low, still a nice pitch. And we will come back with the changeup here on 2-2 in the dirt, a little low.
3-2 now.
And the 3-2 to Simpson is smacked to center field, going back, makes the play, and there's 2 outs here.
So 2 down now.
Trying to get through before 80 pitches. Give him a chance for the 6th. As Murray watches one on the paint for a strike. And he gets under 93. And that will do for the 5th inning. And we'll see if Tiedemann comes out for the 6th. And he will.
Plays at 1 now.
So,
Back to work.
78 pitches, 6 innings. We're going into the 6th.
Hey, we got no outs.
And now,
Next one is off the plate.
ooh,
Down
paint
2-0.
job. Very close. We're just trying to get through the 6th,
right there.
keeping it at 2. But basically, if 2 people get on, I would like,
And a 4-pitch walk.
yeah, might be a time. Let's see. Definitely might be time to get somebody up in the pen, as the diving attempt gets the stop, and he won't get the play at first.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
So we got 2 runners on now, no outs, and Arson Williams steps up. Probably the guy I wouldn't want to face in their lineup,
That one pushed foul.
as it's a quick 0-2.
0-2 now. And that one is
Coming in, oh, wow. Blue, you really coulda.
on the ground right side.
As that's a nice ground ball, potential for double play. Just, what the hell was that? Second base, just throw it.
And we're gonna see a pitching change
Oh, but
in this
that
one.
will do for Ricky Tiedemann's day. 6 and a third, 2 runs, a flurry of hits. But we'll just look to keep it a close ball game.
Well, he struggled quite a
If he was relieved for, then my action is done. As 1 run is given up, and we were gonna sim to the end of this ball game. We somehow lost. Oh my goodness. What a collapse. Who the fuck? Eric Adler, Mitch Bratt. That's incredible. But whatever. Whatever. Good day out of Tiedemann. We'll check that out. Looked over that 5 and a third, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. So definitely could have been better, but that is an all-time collapse there in the 9th inning. As that will wrap up the episode today. Going through the minor leagues, our MLB record 57 and 57. There isn't really anybody I'm looking to give a contract extension to. I have he's really hitting free agency soon. Mike Clevenger, I'm just gonna let hit free agency. Gavin Sheets, I have team control off of, so no reason to sign people too early. So that will do for today's episode. But a guy like Gregory Santos is somebody that deserves an extension as much as anyone. But that's gonna do here, as we will look to get to September call-ups in the next video. Then after that, we'll be potentially bringing some guys up to the major league level, seeing how they perform, and hopefully our season can start trending downwards, get that higher draft pick, and that higher draft pick also means more, what's it called, more pool money. So we shall see. But 57 and 57, Chicago White Sox are on the move. But don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, let me know any feedback and what you would want me to do more. Make sure Colson Montgomery's actual contact is getting better. Jacob Gonzalez durability, I don't really think that's the most important thing right now. So we'll just check these out real quick. Weight room. Order that works well. To Paula batting cages. So that looks to be all set. But Tiedemann, okay, start for us, but see where he ends up at the end of the season. But until next time, have a great day. And go check out the videos on the YouTube channel, Rig Gaming. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. We gone!